according to the design inference, DNA. Right, according to design inference, we can infer because DNA is contingent and because it's complex and because it serves a purpose. We
that's
can
an inference, and it's
right. We can infer it. Yes.
Yeah. That
Okay.
doesn't make it true.
No, but we have to question it then. So how can I have these three qualities?
Evolution.
That doesn't answer nothing.
Natural selection.
That doesn't answer nothing.
Why not?
Oh, okay. Do you believe random mutation is a thing?
Yeah.
Do you?
I believe like over time.
And is randomness proven?
Well, no, I'm not sure.
The answer is no. You can't prove randomness. So you can't prove randomness. All you have is a belief now.
Well, randomness is random by its very nature.
No, you can't prove randomness. It's axiomatic. You can't prove it.
I don't want to be recorded like
But how do you understand evolution? How do you know? What do you say?
So what I'm saying to you is this: your position is based on nothing more than a belief, right? And you have no empirical evidence for what you believe. Nothing.
It's a belief. It's not. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Like to put science into
Do you
the
accept
same
you've got no
realm of
empirical
religion.
evidence? Do you accept you've got no empirical evidence?
I'm not a scientist.
I know you're not. So do you accept you've got no empirical evidence for your position?
Personally, right now, and I'm going to go and read.
Good man.
I need to go. Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
This is the point, you see.
Yeah.
Because we believe so much stuff. See, we're under this impression.
But I believe that what I have learned over the course of my life in the scientific realm is much more believable and true and makes sense and guides me through my life than
Shall I do a simple
text written
thought
by
experiment
humans.
with you right now
Go on.
to show you how weak science is?
Go on.
Yeah? I'm going to show you how weak it is.
Go on.
Imagine you're walking in the woods, right? And you come across a cottage.
Yeah.
And in this cottage is a kitchen. But the cottage is empty. There's nobody there. And in this kitchen, there's a table. And on that table is a chocolate cake.
Okay.
Using science, tell me who made it and why.
To wait and see who comes home.
No, use science. Tell me who made it.
I mean, what is the point of the experiment?
Showing you how weak science is. Can't even tell you who made chocolate cake.
Yeah, but like I'm not going to say, Allah made this chocolate
I
cake.
didn't say that, did I? I'm asking you as an atheist who doesn't believe in Allah.
Allah made this chocolate cake.
Can
Now
you
it's
use
here in this
science?
kitchen and
Can
there's no one
you
around.
use science to tell me who made that chocolate cake and why?
Probably, yeah.
Go on then.
Probably with DNA testing to be able to like figure out.
I think the answer you're looking for is no.
Checking for fingerprints or.
I think the answer you're looking for is no.
I
think the answer you're looking for is no. You can find fingerprints, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Why'd they make the
hair
cake?
follicles.
Why'd they make the cake?
Any kind of
Why'd they make the
bacteria.
cake?
Huh?
Why'd they make it?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
Right, no, use science. Tell me.
Yeah, but this is the power of science, in my view.
The weakness.
This is the power of science is acknowledging the unknowability. It's actually acknowledging that that things are only theory. Things can change.
Agreed.
And that's the beauty
So you
of
agree
the
with me?
scientific
So you
method.
agree with me? The first thing is science can't tell you who made the cake.
Of uncertainty.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, good.
And acknowledging
Second
uncertainty.
thing, can science be used to establish truth?
Never. That's not the point of science.
Good. Right. Do you care about truth?
Yes.
But what methods
And
you
the pursuit of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. You care about truth, yeah?
But I don't believe in
One
what
second.
you're trying to get me to say.
Oh, okay, you're going to say it anyway.
You're getting me to say it.
You're going to say it anyway.
Go on.
You think? Look, I'll explain. Some people, right? They ask tricky questions and they're trying to trap you. Yeah. What's your name?
Luke.
Luke. I'm Hamza. Right.
What's your name?
I'm being straight here, right? There's a hole there. You're going in the hole.
Yes. I'm not putting me in
I'm
the
gonna
hole.
bury you.
I can feel it.
So I'm
where I am now.
not. I'm not hiding the fact what I'm doing to you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
know
doing it
this.
to you.
I know you. Yeah. I know.
Kicking and screaming. You're going in the hole, Luke. It's
Yeah.
the standard.
Yeah.
Because we don't think this way. You see. We put so much faith in science and scientists.
Yeah.
Now, and most people, you've recognized this fact though, yeah, but most people don't recognize the fact, right, that they're looking to scientists to give them truth. Where the philosophy of science says you can't
There
get
is no
truth.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of
So
it.
using
For
the
me.
philosophy of science to establish truth can't establish truth because that same philosophy could refute what you believe today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Therefore, you can't even be sure what you believe today is true.
Yeah.
Using that philosophy.
Yeah. If something changed tomorrow and God came down, I would say, fucking hell.
No. Don't worry about that.
Everything
Don't worry
is
about
wrong.
that. The point is this.
Yeah.
From your worldview, I hate paradigm shifting.
Yeah.
Now, you've been honest enough to recognize science isn't a tool to discover truth with.
Yeah. Well,
Brilliant.
I think it is a tool for the pursuit of truth.
Can't discover it though. You can never be confident it's true.
It is a pursuit for things that are reproducible.
I'm going to use my cutter light dower with you. Okay.
What does that mean?
So I went to Qatar for the World Cup.
Okay.
Right? People are afraid that my style is going to be too robust for the World Cup because Qatar's got this image and they're trying to not make it look all, they're trying to force people this, that, the other.
Yeah.
So I had to come up with a way that I could speak to people and get them to tell me what they believe and why, and get them to ask me about Islam. Honestly, I came up with this method, right? So if anyone wants to talk to anyone about Islam, if they follow this method, this is for everyone here, yeah? If you want to speak to any of your friends, neighbours, colleagues, wherever, parents, about Islam, you can use this method, right? So I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
Go on.
Question number 1. Do you believe in the concept of the absolute truth?
No.
You don't. So you believe two contradicting explanations to the same phenomenon can both be true at the same time? No, you don't.
Two contradictory.
Two contradicting explanations to the same phenomenon can both be true at the same time.
No. Contradictory explanations.
Right. So you do believe in the concept of the absolute truth, then? Fair?
No, I don't.
Well, you do. Oh.
I don't want to say that.
I will demonstrate you do.
I don't believe in the
I will demonstrate you do.
Okay, go on.
Okay. In the 60s, the claim was made man landed on the moon, yeah?
Yeah.
NASA said man landed on the moon, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah.
Okay. There are people who believe that happened. Believe NASA, believe the TVs, believe everything. Okay, so they believe it's true. Then you have people today who question it. Is it a hoax? Did they really go to the moon? There's so many different things. So they don't believe it happened.
Yeah.
Can they both be right?
No, they can't both be right.
Well, they believe it's true and they believe it's true.
Yeah.
Can they both be right?
No.
So there has to be an absolute truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you do believe in absolute truth?
I believe well, it's hard because, I mean, there's so many things that are unknown.
Whether you know the truth is a different story. The concept.
Okay. Concept of absolute truth. Yes. Yeah.
So whether man landed on the moon, whether man didn't land on the moon, they can both believe their own relative truths, but only one can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether you know what it is or not, it's one or the other. Agreed?
Yeah.
That's the absolute truth. That's the concept. Okay.
But it's theory.
Do you care about knowing the absolute truth?
Yeah. I think it's what? I'm a historian.
You care about it.
Yeah.
You want to know the absolute truth.
I think it's important to be able to work towards it.
Fantastic. What method do you use to seek out absolute truth?
Reasoning. It's like
Reasoning what?
Because I think.
Well, you can say the S word, but you know you don't believe it.
No,
You don't believe yourself.
I'm a historian.
No.
So I look.
How you doing? That's good. Long time. Long time no see, actually, man.
There is.
That's been.
With evidence.
But what method do you use to find it?
Reading, cross-analysing sources.
Cross-analysing what sources?
Primary documents.
Primary documents.
Primary documents. Writing from people.
So if it comes to the absolute truth as whether or not God exists or not, what method do you use?
I just don't believe in God.
I know you don't, but so you believe God doesn't exist, yeah?
I believe God of books and institutions doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. I'll ask you a question again. Do you believe God exists or not?
No.
Right. So let's forget man landing on the moon. Let's talk about God existing or not. If God exists, God cannot not exist. Fair enough? If God doesn't exist, then he can't exist. One of them's wrong. One of me or you are wrong. I believe God exists, you don't.
No.
One of us is wrong.
No.
Fantastic. Okay. What method have you used to seek out your position?
The thing is, so I believe basically in the power of matter and the universe as a creative force.
What method have you used to reach the conclusion God doesn't exist?
My mistrust of institutions, my mistrust of organised religion.
Your mistrust of institutions. You just said you mistrust sciences.
Science is not one central institution led by a person.
Okay, so what method do you use to seek out the truth if God exists or not?
My own gut feelings.
Gut feelings.
My own gut feelings and the overwhelming
You're
evidence.
an
The
atheist.
overwhelming
One
evidence.
second.
The overwhelming
Well,
evidence.
first thing. Let's just.
Okay.
No,
Gut feeling is. Okay,
no,
listen,
you don't get
I
that.
said it.
No, you said it. It's out the back. All right.
Listen.
So as an
It's
atheist,
not-
one second.
One
One second. As an atheist, as an atheist, you hold the position God doesn't exist because you feel it.
No.
Yes, you just said that.
So like, the things.
Would you
the
like to
things-
take
the
that
thing-
back?
Yes, I would like to take.
You'd like to take that back?
Okay.
You're putting me
I'm
in
gonna
a big hole.
I'm gonna
here.
make you say a lot of things you're gonna want to take back. You know that, don't you?
Like so,
I like
so
that.
for me, I mean, the things that have been written in holy books. Right? I've never read the Quran. I should. I have a copy.
So you're critiquing holy books you've not read now. Continue.
Yeah, but I haven't read them fully. But I've read passages and I've seen parts of them. And I think the reliance on myth, and the centrality of humans in and saints and in.
You do know I'm a Muslim, not a Christian.
Yeah, but
Why are you using the
follow,
word
but they follow
saints?
the same
Do we?
prophets.
Do we?
Semantics, basically.
Do we?
Jesus
Why am I Muslim?
is a holy man in
Why do I
both,
why do
both
I
Muslim
believe
and
Islam is
Christian
true?
ideology.
Using your assumptive capabilities, yeah. Why do I believe Islam is true?
Islam is true because God is one being and not divided into three.
Why does that make God? Why does that make Islam true?
Because you can't have a divided God. That's my understanding of Islam.
You think that's why I believe Islam is true?
If
Why do you believe
any
that?
of the religions, I believe Islam is the one that makes the most rational sense. But I don't believe in Islam, and I don't believe in God.
Okay, but you've not read the Quran.
I'm not read that.
So
I've
what
been
do you-
convinced here by someone else.
So what do you know about Islam?
I don't know enough to go into.
So you're not convinced by something you don't know anything about.
I'm convinced by other things more.
What are you convinced by?
I'm convinced by theory of evolution.
Why are you convinced by that?
Does it make sense to me?
Why?
Because the passage over billions of years from organic matter that has come from all across the universe to come here and then proceed onwards into life as we know it today. That's something I find more truthful, more beautiful.
Yeah, but you need randomness for that, don't you? Oh, okay. And you do know randomness isn't proven, yeah?
Nothing is proven in
Oh,
science.
okay. Also,
It's all theory.
do you believe in the uniformity of nature?
What do you mean?
Do you believe in uniformity of nature?
What do you mean uniformity?
That the laws of the universe will exist the same, will behave the same way at all times, everywhere.
Don't know. And I'm not afraid of saying I don't.
No,
I'm not
no, but you
afraid
have to.
of not
You can't
having
say don't know.
absolute truth.
But you can't say don't know. You have to say yes. Because you can't do science without that assumption.
The whole point of science is not knowing, and then going and
I
trying
agree,
to seek out
I
knowledge
I
through
agree.
proof and through
No.
empirical
You can't.
evidence and
Can you empirically
testing
prove
over
God
and over
using
again.
science?
No, exactly. That's the problem.
Right.
with
So you
God.
can't use science then to determine God, then, can you?
Sorry?
You can't use God to determine God's existence, then, or not, can you?
No.
Right. So what method do you use?
I just don't believe in
Okay.
religion as a
You
scientific
keep saying I don't
goal.
believe. How do you understand the term belief?
Look, if we're staying on that one idea, right? How can we prove God through any other means, right? Other than what?
No.
The text itself.
Let's first understand something. How do you understand the term belief? And I'm not doing a Jordan Peterson on you here, but it's very important we do understand the words we
The
use.
belief is the things I choose to follow. The things I choose to
That's
take,
not what a belief.
to take as true.
A belief is the acceptance of something to be true.
Yeah.
Okay. To accept something to be true means you've heard a proposition. And you've accepted the premises to that proposition, so you accept the consequence, or the conclusion, should I say. Yeah? So you say, I believe this and the other. I want to know why you believe it. Why you accept it. What have you been reasoned into? And you keep saying, I don't know, we don't know. We're proud not to say we don't know. But wait a minute, have you reasoned into it then if you don't know?
Oh man. Too hungover for this.
Luke, no disrespect, you are a little bit out your depth, so I'm not going to bury you too
Yeah, I
much.
mean, this is so much.
But I'm going to leave you with something.
Go on.
I'm going to leave you with a gem. I'm going to leave you with a way to test whether Islam is true or not.
Okay.
And it's not some abstract way. I'm not going to ask you to go and pray and ask God to answer your prayers. I'm going to make it easy for you. Okay. Why do I believe Islam is true? I've always been a Muslim, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
I became a Muslim 3 weeks after 9/11.
Okay.
October 2001. Okay. So I was an Englishman just like you. I was an atheist just like you. Not quite like you, because I wouldn't say stupid things like you say. I would actually hide behind don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't care would be my thing at that point. Okay. But the point I'm saying to you is this. Why do I believe Islam is true? Okay. 1400 years ago, you're a historian, yeah? You like history.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You're not one of these people, if the history comes from those writing their own history, you don't believe it, are you? Brilliant.
Well, I'll take all history for what it is.
Fantastic. Okay. So, I'm going to give you a test. I'm going to give you homework.
Right.
All right? Yeah? And I'm going to give you a card, and you can contact me, and you can give me the answer to the homework. Fair enough? All right. Do you believe, according to what you've understood in history, that a man called Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, existed in 6th century Arabia?
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Yeah,
a fact.
well, I believe that he.
Undisputed.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Do you also believe that this man, called Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, made a claim in the same period that an angel came and spoke to him in the cave of Hira in Makkah?
I don't know the full history of it, but I do believe he made a claim.
Made a claim. Historical fact. Made a claim. Okay. What could... Now, I'm going to take my Muslim hat off now.
Yeah.
And some Muslims are like, what? What are you saying, Hamza? All right. What could explain the claim?
Power.
From your atheist perspective,
Yeah.
you've got two explanations. Christians have got one explanation, and then obviously Muslims, we have the final explanation. Okay. So give me two explanations from an atheistic viewpoint could explain this phenomena of him believing an angel spoke to him in a cave.
Seeking power
No.
and a means to exert
All right,
it.
you've gone a bit too far. Okay, I'll make it easy for you.
Yeah.
He could have lied. There was no angel, because atheist perspective, angels don't exist. So if you've got a man claiming an angel spoke to him, and you're an atheist, well, angels don't exist. So if he thinks angels have spoken to him, the first thing you're going to say, he's crazy. First thing you're going to say, he's schizo.
I don't think he's crazy.
No,
I think
no.
people have used
The man, the man.
power.
I don't think he's crazy
and,
either,
and
but
pursue power in ways like.
what do we say about absolute truth? Everyone can have their own beliefs.
Yeah.
Only one can be true, agreed?
If everyone has beliefs, it doesn't mean necessarily that one of them is true.
One of them has to be true. Unless you can give me another one.
If everybody believes false things, it doesn't mean one of them has to be
okay.
true.
What I say to you right now, one of them has to be true. And your homework is to determine which one is true.
No.
And then, I'm going to refute you. All right? So, either, I'm going to make it easy for you, right? So, atheist perspective, angels don't exist. This guy's talking to angels. He's crazy, man. He's hearing voices. He must be suffering some kind of psychosis. First explanation, because angels don't exist.
I didn't say that.
No, you don't have to say that. It's just an option. Some people do say that. Okay. Second option, angels don't exist. So he's lying. If he's saying an angel spoke to him, angels don't exist. Therefore, he's lying. So he must be, for some reason, pretending an angel spoke to him. Like you said, power, money, wealth, whatever it is. Yeah? The Christian claim, which is the most pathetic claim, is it wasn't an angel. It was a demon. Yeah? It was a demon that tricked him, that convinced him he was speaking to an angel, but in fact it was really the devil. And what he thought he was receiving from God, he was receiving from the devil. Christians don't realize they're saying this man now is a good man, an honest man, a man of integrity. They don't like to admit that. Because if you're being tricked and deceived, you're a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah? So this could be an explanation from a Christian perspective. Any more? Or he's telling the truth?
Yeah.
So either he's crazy, thinking angels speaking to him, either he's lying, claiming angels spoke to him, either he's deceived into thinking angels talk to him, or an angel talks to him. You just have to tell me which one it is, because one of them has to be true.
I think you can both be crazy and lying.
You can't be crazy and lying, because crazy people think they're telling the truth.
If you're telling... I'd go with one of the first two.
Which one?
I don't know. One of the first two. I'm not going to give an answer because
Can't be crazy and lying. Which one?
Could be either crazy or lying.
Crazy. Okay.
Or lying.
You know you're going to get buried right now anyway. Give me one mental illness that would result in the symptoms of what he experienced.
I'm not going to say schizophrenia.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Because I mean, I understand that people
Say
had visions, you know, and
No, he heard voices.
Yeah.
He saw this thing. All right. What's mental illness would explain this?
Yeah, schizophrenia.
Okay. Give me 3 symptoms of schizophrenia.
Hearing voices, multiple personality,
That's hearing voices. Same thing.
being a part of your own head.
Okay. Third one.
I don't know. I would say.
Come on, you're diagnosing the guy with schizophrenia. You got to know the symptoms.
You're leading me into these
I
places.
know I am. I told you. Come to the hole there.
Yeah, no, I'm just like wandering around your hole.
There's no tricks here.
No debate.
There's no tricks here. Alex, I'll give you 3 symptoms of schizophrenia. Hearing voices, social recluse, paranoia. Okay. So if this man is suffering from schizophrenia, so hearing voices, check.
Yeah.
Paranoia, we should see evidence of his paranoia. We should also see a social recluse. Is that what we see?
Leader.
He was a leader, charismatic leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last thing he was a social recluse. Yeah. This was the man who went down and told the people to stop doing the things they were doing. Yeah, and to follow him, which turned the whole town on its head. So last thing a schizophrenic would do. This is the thing. The other thing you need to throw into the equation: anyone suffering from mental illness which doesn't receive treatment will deteriorate. So if this man is suffering from schizophrenia,
I don't know.
don't worry, I know.
You know,
I know. Listen, I'll make it easy for you because I'm being a bit unfair with you. I had a psychiatrist come onto my live stream and do a 3-hour presentation on why the Prophet wasn't crazy, going through all the different illnesses, show videos of schizophrenics, showing videos of schizophrenics, demonstrating that this man, Muhammad, peace be upon him, from what he achieved in his lifetime to become the most influential man that's ever existed, according to Michael H. Hart, could never have been suffering from schizophrenia. So we can cross that out. What else you got?
Tell me.
What, lying? Lying?
Yeah. I mean, for the reasons.
Have you read his history? Do you know his life? It wouldn't be fair on you to keep digging.
He spoke to the angel.
Say it again?
How do we know he spoke with an angel?
How do we know?
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean, how do we know he spoke to an angel?
How do we know?
He said he did.
He said he did.
Yes.
And did he write that down somewhere?
Yes, he said it. He told people, yes.
Did he write it? Was it written down?
He said it.
Yeah, he said it to who, and who do we have that from?
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the original point. If you want to take over, you can take over. Luke, you're off the hook. You're off the hook. One second. No. We'll deal.
The angel Gabriel came, and he talked to Muhammad. What did he say about that? What did the angel say?
I want a homework. Yeah? Because now you've ruled one out, you've only got 3 choices left, yeah? Yeah? An open mind though, Luke. Use this. Alright?
It's not. You haven't given me an open mind. You put me into a series of categories.
Shall I make it worse? Let me make it worse.
It's a very, very much like a kind of, you know.
Can I make it worse for you?
System of
Can I make it worse for you? Can I make it worse for you? Brain cleansing me. I'm cleaning the crap out. Okay. Let me make it worse for you.
Synonym.
Yeah, let me make it worse for you. Can I make it worse for you? Do you believe if God exists, he will be the source of objective morality and supreme guidance? If God exists.
It's a thought experiment.
Thought experiment. If God exists, you don't believe that. Why not?
The amount of bad in the world
What?
is his fault. The amount of bad in the world that he is.
No. I'm not interested in that. I'm talking about
Why is he doing this to Palestine?
God free will, like we talking about. Anyway, would he be the source? Okay, let me rephrase the question. Would he know what's best for you?
The idea of God is all-knowing.
Would if God exists, if God forget all the religious side of it. If the one who created you, if he exists, you weren't the result of atoms smashing together and fish and this and that, yeah? You were created. Okay. If that creator exists, would he know you better than you?
Yes, yeah.
Of course he would. So would he be the best sort of guidance for you?
Brother, yeah, I'm good. I'm at Speaker's Corner. I'll call you back later, please.
it's all hypothesis. To me, it doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. And that's fine.
Okay, I'm calling back, inshallah.
Any religious. I'm not asking you to accept
Okay.
a
Inshallah. Sorry.
All I'm saying to you, if you were created by a entity, created and fashioned you, would that entity know what's good for you more than you? And you said yes. So then you would have to concede he would be the best source of guidance for you.
Not necessarily.
Why not?
For God clearly doesn't necessarily have the best intentions for the people. Why would he guide you in a good way?
I'm sorry?
If a God who doesn't necessarily have the best intentions for all people, as clearly is the case.
No, you're bringing religion into it again. Stop it.
We're talking about God. How can we talk
No,
about
you're
God
talking
without
about
talking about religion?
No. I didn't believe in religion before I believed in God. I believe in God first. Then religion comes. I believe God exists. How do I connect to God? Then religion comes. Yeah? I'm not asking you to choose a religion, mate. What I'm saying to you is this, and you're too arrogant now to admit this, because you think it's another hole, and it kind of is. Anyway, I'll make it easy for you. Yes. Yeah? Surrender your flippant arrogance and say, yes, if God exists, if there is a one who created everything like you claim, then of course...
There's an arrogance in the belief in God.
No, I'd be so stupid to think I know more than him. I'd be stupid. I'd be crazy to think that I know more than God. I would be, yeah? And to think that I know what's better for me than God knows what's better for me. And what's better for mankind. And what harms. And what benefits. I'd be crazy. It's like me going to the guy who created iPhone. I say, I know more than you about how to use this iPhone. It's exactly the same principle. How can I know more than the guy who created the iPhone? I don't know what intricacies and such, do I? It's the same principle. Okay, so it's a thought experiment. You're not committed to it yet, but it's a thought experiment. If God exists, you would have to concede he would be the source of supreme guidance and objective morality. You would have to admit that. Brilliant.
If I was saying yes, I would have to do that.
So you would admit then he would be the only one worthy of your worship and obedience.
All of this is beyond.
It's all hypothetical. All hypothetical.
And there's no point.
Well, I'll tell you the point.
I'm not enjoying a debate here. I always
Good.
ends up in Islam.
No.
About Islam,
Okay, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Yeah, because you laugh Christians out the park. That's why. That's why the Muslims can deal with you intellectually. Yeah. You Christians, you can't do that with all the fairy stories.
About other things. I want to talk about politics. I want to talk about current affairs. I want to talk about there's so many more important things to be talking about.
Okay.
We could all
right. We'll talk about current affairs.